All right, preschoolers, today we're going to work on mittens. Mittens usually come in a pair, that means they're two, and generally those mittens match one another. So I think I'm going to make my mittens match. When something is the same, that's called symmetrical. So I'm going to try to do the same thing to each mitten. So I'm making a pattern of X's. Maybe I'll make some stripes. Now, if you make a mistake and yours aren't symmetrical or the same, I don't want you to worry about it. It's okay. Sometimes mittens are just a little bit different, and sometimes you even have a mismatch mitten when you lose one. So if you can make it symmetrical, do. If it's causing you a lot of trouble, then don't worry about it. Now I'm going to do a watercolor resist. I dip my paintbrush in the water and I'm having it tiptoe paint on my paper. Remember, your paintbrush is like a ballerina. It dances on its tiptoes. Nobody wants to go to the booty scootin' ballet, so keep that paintbrush right up on his tiptoes. When I do a watercolor resist, the oil and the water stay away from each other. So you're going to see that those pretty designs I made are still going to show even though I painted right over top. Pretty cool, huh? Now I'm going to make a background for my mittens. I'm going to stamp snowflakes. I'm going to use this piece of cardboard and I'm going to start by stamping an X. Then I just add an extra line. X, extra. I can add one extra or two extra. But starting with that X really helps you get started on the right track. I want to fill my paper with snowflakes. We haven't gotten too much good snow this year, so I think I'll make my snow instead. So X, extra line. X, extra line. X, there you have it, and extra line. When I'm done with this, I'm going to glue my mittens to the background. Remember, the background isn't the back of your paper. It's what's behind the subject. And the subject here is our mittens. So I'm tracing with glue around the outside edges of the mittens. Then I'm going to stick it to the paper. I want to stick my first one to one of the sides. If I stick it in the middle, I won't have enough room for my second mitten. And mittens aren't all that helpful unless you have two. So no globs in the middle, just a line around the outside. And stick. Now I'm going to make a line between my mittens. Sometimes people have a piece of string to connect them, so I'm going to make a wavy, curly line. And now I have two mittens that won't get lost because they're strung together.